Good evening, everyone. On behalf of Kalam's Institute of Youth Excellence, ISRO Space Tutor, I extend a warm and enthusiastic welcome to all our learners, dreamers, and future explorers joining us today. I am Deepshika, student coordinator of KIYE, and I'm glad to be your host for Lecture-9 of Aryabhata Space Utsav, a year-long online lecture series aimed to bring the marvelous of space science right to your screens. This series was started to honor Aryabhata, India's first satellite, and to spark scientific curiosity among students and educators nationwide. Our theme is Space is the Next Destination. Let's explore it. And today we continue our journey with a very special session. For those who are very new to us, Kalam's Institute of Youth Excellence is a non-profit organization that carry forward the vision and mission of our beloved Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam sir. Our goal is to inspire and guide young minds, help them grow their skills, and prepare them for the bright future. KIYE is an organization leading by the students for the students. It has been organizing various flagship programs and initiatives to reach every corner of India. This Aryabhatta Swarna Jayanti Space Utsav is one such initiative, organized to commemorate 50 years of India's first satellite, Aryabhatta, and to inspire young minds towards space research and exploration, where you can interact with our guest through Q&A session. Let us now take a quick look at a short audiovisual presentation that showcases the vision, achievements, and impact of KIYE. Now the video starts.
नाम नहीं एक जश्न है भारत, रग रग में है जीत की आदत, ऐसा हुनर दुश्मन भी सलामी दे। तू सूरज हम तेरे उजाले, तुझसे जुदा नहीं होने वाले, आखिर तक हम सफर तिरंगे के। जय हिंद जो नस नस में है, हर बाजी फिर बस में है, सिद्ध खान के हिंदुस्तान बोले। सुजलाम सुफलाम मलयज शीतलाम सस्य श्यामलाम वंदे मातरम। सुजलाम सुफलाम मलयज शीतलाम सस्य श्यामलाम वंदे मातरम। ज़मीन आसमानों में ना ही मुमकिन है दो जहानों में, जज्बे इरादे और ये जुनून बनते हैं दिल के कारखानों में। पहुंच गए अंबर से आगे, धरती से फिर भी बंधे हैं धागे, रहते वतन की मिट्टी से जुड़ के। जय हिंद जो नस नस में है, हर बाजी फिर बस में है, जिद ठान के हिंदुस्तान बोले। सुजलाम सुफलाम मलयज शीतलाम सस्य श्यामलाम वंदे मातरम। सुजलाम सुफलाम मलयज शीतलाम सस्य श्यामलाम वंदे मातरम।
That was a memory recalling video of KIYE. Now, to give us a deeper understanding of KIYE and its mission, I now invite our passionate student leader, Ms. Mayuri, to share a few words about her experience in KIYE. Ms. Mayuri, the mic is yours.
Thank you, Deepshika. Good evening to all. I am Mayuri from VMTW, and I am delighted to share my journey as a student coordinator at Kalam's Institute of Youth Excellence, a visionary organization that has been inspiring and empowering youth since 2013. Being part of KIYE has truly been a transformative experience. It not only strengthened my technical knowledge, but also enhanced my leadership, teamwork, communication, and decision making skills. Through various responsibilities, I learned how to build better connectivity within the team, coordinate tasks smoothly, and handle challenges with confidence. Qualities that are essential for both personal and professional growth. One of the most memorable highlights of my journey was coordinating Vigyan Vaibhav 2K25 Kalam Space Convention 2025, working in hospitality team, managing registrations, assisting participants, supporting the organizing team, and ensuring a smooth flow of the event. Taught me a valuable lessons in time management, responsibility, and efficient event handling. The events were honored by the presence of our Chief Minister, Revant Reddy sir, Group Captain Subhanshu Shukla sir, and Dr. G. Satish Reddy sir, whose inspiring words motivated all of us to aim higher and work harder. I also had the opportunity to listen to the Aryabhata Space Utsav lecture series where experts shared deep insights into space science and innovation. The sessions enriched my understanding, expanded my curiosity, and encouraged me to think beyond the textbook. Even as a listener, these lectures significantly contributed to my learning journey and inspired me to keep exploring. If you are looking for a platform to grow, explore, and realize your true potential, I wholeheartedly encourage you to join KIYE, a place where passion meets purpose. Thank you, Naresh Indian sir, founder of KIYE, for this incredible opportunity to learn, lead, and grow. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, Miss Mayuri, for that inspiring journey. Now, let us take a look onto the video of Miss Drakshi sharing her experience in KIYE.
Hey everyone, I am excited to share my journey with KIYE Kalam Institute of Youth Excellence. From being an audience member to becoming a student coordinator, KIYE has helped me learn, build confidence and develop teamwork skills. I have even met inspiring personalities like ISRO chairman Somnath sir. What I love about KIYE is its focus on personal growth and nation building. We are working to strengthen India's defense and make a positive impact. If you are looking for a platform to unlock your potential and become a leader, join KIYE, hurry up and be a part of something amazing.
That was a motivating video by Miss Drakshi. Now comes the highlight of today's lecture. We are greatly honored to introduce Dr. P.V. Venkitakrishnan Garu is a renowned aerospace engineer, educator and inspirational leader. He completed his B.Tech from Cochin University 1983, M.Tech 1989 and PhD 2006 in mechanical engineering from IIT Madras, along with an MBA and PG diploma in production management from the Annamalai University. He began his career at ISRO VSSC in 1983 as a young scientist and grew through the ranks with dedication and passion. Over the years, he played a key role in the development of major Indian space missions, including ASLV, PSLV, GSLV, Mk2 and Mk3, Mangalyaan, and Chandrayaan 1 and 2. He has held several important leadership roles, such as Deputy Project Director of GSLV Mk3, Deputy Director at LPSC, Associate Director at VSSC, and later Director of ISRO Propulsion Complex Mahendragiri. Under his guidance, cryogenic engines for India's launch vehicles were successfully developed, and the LAM engine for Mangalyaan was realized and tested. Dr. Venkatakrishnan Garu also played a major role in setting up the Integrated Cryogenic Engine Manufacturing Facility (ICMF) at HAL and strongly promoted indigenous aerospace materials and modern manufacturing technologies. Beyond ISRO, he has been deeply involved in professional and academic circles. He is a former national president of SAME, chairman of Aerospace Division of IEI, and a member of multiple prestigious engineering institutions. He has authored 100 plus technical publications. His contributions have been widely recognized with several honors, including ISRO Merit Award, Performance Excellence Award, Lifetime Achievement Award from SAME, Distinguished Alumnus Award from IIT Madras, and the National Metallurgist Award from the Government of India. Today, he continues to inspire young minds as a professor of practice at IIT Madras, advisor to Agnikul Cosmos, and as a space science educator, mentor, and a motivational speaker. We are truly privileged to have such an inspiring personality with us today. Sir, the virtual stage is all yours. Welcome, sir.
Thank you so much for that nice interface between me and you, the audience. Definitely, Naresh has been chasing me for almost last 1 year, but I have also been traveling continuously, so I could not allocate this time to him today. I'm joining you from Dubai. Actually, I told, okay, I'll take it from outside also, no problem. Because I just wanted to see that, no, since somebody is continuously waiting for me, I am not a person who make people wait. Because I'll tell you the story of here. I'm not going into much details here of engineering practices or the Mark 3 or Mark 1 or Mark 2 vehicles and all. I just want to talk to you about the people who made it possible. Okay, it's a totally different terrain and different subject I'm going to deal with you here, because ultimately I always end my speech telling that people and people only matters. My speech always ends with that, because it's not the infrastructure, it's not the money, it's not the material, it's not the machine. The man, the four M's normally people say: man, machine, materials, and money. Out of that, entire thing is depending on the man. Actually, man can make money, man can make machine, man can make materials. So man is the important resource of all the four M's possible. So I always say that people make the difference, and people always make that kind of changes what people wanted to make it in the world. So let me talk to you on something. If you want to make a change, don't complain. Don't complain that's not there. Make that change possible so that no others will not complain about that. That should be your philosophy in life. So there was no fan when I was studying in IIT Madras. Okay, I contributed to two fans in my hostel room and left the college. Those days itself, I was thinking that if I am not having it, the future generation should have it. What I should do, I should see that it is provided there. So I funded for two fans in my room as well as two adjacent rooms. 325 was my room in Tapti, and 326 and 324. Both all the three fans I purchased from my pocket money, and whatever I saved during my college days, and I provided. See, this should be our attitude throughout our life. We should not complain about country. We are not having this. We are not having that. We should not compare ourselves with any other country, because each person is unique. Each country is unique. So we can't compare now. Today we have beaten China in the population. We have become first in the world now. So this much of population to cater to all requirements, food and shelter and whatever dress and whatever basic needs and roads and infrastructure. Not that easy actually with the kind of revenue what we're having. We don't have oil resources like Gulf countries what I'm sitting right now. We don't have money, any other money source. There is no income tax here in Dubai, because they don't want tax. They have enough money to spend for the country and the infrastructure development. We don't have that kind of a resource actually. The money should come from the taxpayers' pocket. So we should not hesitate to pay a small amount of whatever we are getting back to the country, either in the form of GST or sales tax or income tax or a property tax or whatever it is. So we should not shy away from that. We should not question why this is too much and all. Because if you think what we are getting and what we are spending is only a minuscule of what we are getting. So it should be our attitude. Telling this in the beginning itself, let me start my lecture today. I'll just try to put my screen here. 1 minute. Let me share my screen. Hope it is visible. Is it visible there now to everyone?
Yes, sir, it is visible, sir.
Okay, this is my first, this is Sarabhai to Kalam, unique management styles. I just wanted to brief you in just half an hour to 40 minutes. What is the unique combination of these three people, and what is now prevailing the culture of ISRO culture, or what we call ISRO's working nature? What all things we have learned from these people, and how do we continue to excel? Imbibing the kind of natural quality in characters and qualities of management styles from these three people. I'm going to talk to you about Sarabhai, who started ISRO space program way back, long back, because he was actually, I can tell you, this is the kind of starting we had. Of course, many people might have given to you this. I don't want to dwell upon this particular slide too much. INSAT Coordination Committee was the first thing actually. See, initiated in 1960s. 62, it was called INCOSPA, Indian Committee for Space Research, actually, Indian National Committee for Space Research. Under the Department of Atomic Energy, under DAE, there was no ISRO those days. A small wing was started for space under, and already Homi Baba was, Hom Jahangir Baba, who also lost his life in a young age in a plane crash while going to Vienna for attending a meeting, actually. So under that DAE, we started a kind of INCOSPAR, Indian National Committee for Space Research, INCOSPAR, which was called, chaired by Vikram Sarabhai, who came back actually from Cambridge. Of course, I will tell you a small story about him while coming to the next slides, actually, because he came back and started that. 69, ISRO was formed after 7 years. ISRO, the formal Indian Space Research Organization, was formed. And Space Commission, which is ruling now, the apex body, which is really making the formula and policies for Indian Space Research Organization, was formed in 1972, and Department of Space also was formed under the Minister of under PMOs. From the time immemorial, ISRO has been working under PMO directly, Prime Ministers directly. Okay. Then slowly the INSAT coordination committee, when INSAT satellite were formed, it was formed for continuing and planning that particular thing. Those times remote sensing was not there. Your navigation and other navigational satellites were not there. Only INSAT communication was the most important thing to see that we are able to communicate the remote part of the country, actually. So that was National INSAT Coordination Committee, Planning Committee for National Resources. After that, Remote Sensing Committee came, then Advisory Committee for Space Sciences came. So this is a humble beginning, actually. Then hope you are able to see the slides one by one. No, sometimes this Google Meet doesn't move the slides. That's what I'm asking continuously. Okay. This is the third slide I'm showing, evolution of National Space Program. It is humble beginnings in 60 to 80s, 20 years. So during that time frame, I was not there. Totally, I was absent in ISRO, actually. Then measured expansion, 1980s, 2000, I was fully there. Actually, I joined in 83. So when you take 2 decades of 80 to 2000 measured expansion, it is slowly expanding from the humble beginnings. So those days, 83, I joined, and I was there fully available, almost fully available during that expansion phase of ISRO. And sustained growth. After that, now we had to grow sustained. After foothold, we had to grow sustained. That's a organizational, any organization will try to grow up from the stature and stamina and sustenance. So we have 2000 to 2020, it was there actually, Mark II, Mark III, everything was almost commercialized and stabilized during all the 4 launch vehicles. Of course, ASLV was a stepping stone, SLV was a stepping stone, PSLV, Mark II and Mark III continues now also. And small satellite launch vehicle, SSLV also has been now included in the arsenal, because we have to put small satellites are getting more importance. Then beyond that, 2020, we need to go rapid acceleration. So Space 2.0, we call it Space 1.0 and Space 2.0. So beyond 2020, rapid acceleration. So for that, we need resources for that, actually. Then that's why we are gone for private and startups and opening out more. The reforms were formed. I was in capacity building program office those days, the back end office, which was formulating this kind of policies and reforms and all these things to make in space and still possible. So all these things were actually made by our office, the kind of the kind of reforms and background papers, and put up to the PMO and approved by Lok Sabha and Parliament, then finally made into policies. And now we are enjoying the fruit that more than 150 startups have come. I think today it is 200 plus, and many of them are doing exceedingly well. One of them is in your Telangana itself, in other places in Telangana itself, actually in Hyderabad, the Sky Road is doing well. I am an advisor to Agnikul Cosmos, who are there in IIT Chennai, actually. So this is a rapid acceleration phase right now. We are now going through private funding also, and foreign direct investments also. The policies are relaxed. Actually, we can go up to 75% foreign direct investments, 100% in small satellites, 75% in your fund. So in the beginnings, we can have Sarabhai's vision. If you ask me, Sarabhai, what is his core competence? Actually, he was a visionary leader. I don't think we had a visionary leader after Sarabhai to that extent, who was having strong vision. See, when he could have easily gone into any other area. He was in his family was an industrial family, actually, from Sarabhai Chemicals and the pharma company, actually, and he could have easily gone to business and established himself and continued as a businessman. But he understood the potential of space and space technology those days itself, and he wanted to see that it is being utilized for the advantage of the common man, benefit of the common man and the remote areas of India. Such a national vision he was having, and he started this activity. And he traveled back down to south to find Tumba, that's very near to equator, to continue his cosmic ray research activities. So Tumba Equatorial Rocket Launching Station. That's why how we in Kerala we got to actually Tumba actually, because it's because of the geographical peculiarity. He came down and he wanted to establish this particular launching station and launch sounding rockets to study the atmosphere and magnetosphere and other things atmosphere. So sounding is nothing but sounding rockets. What we call sounding is nothing but study of the upper atmosphere is called sounding. We will see that how sound it is. So that's how it started. We started with the Nikkei Apache rocket, which was coming from outside, and first rocket was launched from there, and 62. Then Incospar was formed, and you have seen that after that, 6 years they worked. During the Incospar period only, actually, Dr. Kalam also was recruited to ISRO from Aeronautical Development Establishment, ADE. He joined in ADE 1958, and after 62, he continued in ADE for 4 years. He himself has told that it was one of the not so productive time he was having, that he was not feeling very comfortable there. Then he wanted to do high-end research. So from there, he switched over to 62. When Incospar was formed, he was recruited to ISRO, Incospar, the organization which was prevailing at that time prior to ISRO. And he joined this, and he continued. And when ISRO was formed in 1969, actually, then SLV, satellite launch vehicle, first we wanted to put some satellite into the orbit. Actually 5 countries had done it before, and we were waiting. If we are successful, we will be the 6th country. And 140, 150 countries are there. In that time itself, around 60, 65, 70, almost 7 decades back, he has foreseen this kind of this is what I'm telling. I don't think that ISRO will be existing today in this present form if Vikram Sarabhai was not there, or he has not started, or he has continued as an industrialist from his rich, filthy background. So he has completed his studies here, and he's gone to Cambridge. In Second World War, he could not continue the Cambridge studies, and he came back, and he joined IASC under C.V. Raman. He continued his research here in. So after that, he has got being an influential family. He had a lot of people in connections with the government those days. So he started his space activities, and slowly. You are all aware that how it started, the church building there in ISRO actually, okay, in Tumba. The church building was evacuated. They asked for the church building, and finally there the ISRO Incospar was formed. So unfortunately, in 1971 December, only 2 years, 1969 ISRO was formed actually, and 71, 2 years only he could be the chairman of ISRO actually. And during that time, SLV project was formed, and Dr. Kalam was made the project director. He was from Madras Institute of Technology. Those days in Madras Institute of Technology, they were giving a degree called Diploma of Madras Institute of Technology, DMIT, for 4 years. It's equivalent to degree, but it's called DMIT actually. Many of the people in ISRO are from, and apart from Madras, IIT Madras or IISc, and maybe Punjab Engineering College and 1 or 2 colleges in north or south somewhere, is the 5 or 6 colleges only were having aeronautical engineering B.Tech degrees those days. And MIT in Chennai was one of that. Many people, stalwarts, are from MIT actually. Dr. Aryabhata also from ISRO, who passed away recently, a stalwart of ISRO. He was also from DMIT, and many were there actually. So, and now also there are a lot of people, including Dr. P.Shivani also is from DMIT actually. He's having MIT. That time DMIT degree has changed and become a B.Tech actually. So, sorry. Aeronautical engineering degree, you could have taken mechanical, you could have taken any other degree, civil or electrical. Electronics was not there those days. Electronics as a branch of electrical engineering came out later only. Computer science was not there. So the prominent engineering degrees were mechanical, electrical, and civil those days. Not many people take aeronautical degree. So Kalam, you see, from the beginning itself, we had a totally different mindset. Those days, after taking aeronautical engineering, I don't know where you will get employment here. He has never thought of that. He has just chased his passion and whatever he wanted to do. That's what I'm telling. So many people nowadays think of only job-oriented courses and what kind of job I want to. So if you study for a job, that's a totally different thing. If you study for something which you want to pursue as a career, that's a different thing. And both are different and both are different outlooks. And in second line, where you want to pursue, you will enjoy the job as well as you grow in stature and you can contribute to the kind of domain which you are working more than doing some work which you are not really liking. So that's what I just wanted to emphasize here to the students here. So 71 suddenly in one of the meetings when he came, I will tell you about the style of working of Vikram Sarabhai. Sarabhai was sitting in Bombay and in BRC Bombay. Baba, those days it was not Baba Atomic Research Complex because Baba was alive. It was not renamed after Baba. After Baba's demise only, Atomic Energy Commission in Bombay, Domlur, sorry, it was renamed as a BRC. And from there, Mumbai, it was called Bombay those days, not Mumbai. Bombay used to come to all the way to Trivandrum for meetings once in a month. So when they come, people will normally come in good dresses and all these things. So once in a while only your boss visits you from a distant place. Those days the connectivity also was not this much. It was not there. Frequent flights were not there. Only Air India was there. So you had to come from Mumbai means. Every week, every day flight was not there between Mumbai and Trivandrum. It's only once in 2 days or once in 3 days. These kind of everyday connectivity, 2 or 3 flights, all recently only came. What kind of progress what we have made, everything is possible because of, if you can take up for any progress what you see today, there is space technology behind that. So when he used to come, he used to visit and he used to take reviews extensively into the night actually. And one of the visits when he came, people used to dress up properly. We used to enthusiastically brief him properly with enthusiasm what kind of work they are doing, with the progress of work. He doesn't listen to everyone, whoever wanted to talk to him. And it will go late in the night. And he normally stays in Kalam, a beach resort very near to Trivandrum. And that particular night when he came to ISRO, he had a late review up to 11 o'clock and he went back to Kalam and he did not get up next day morning. 5 o'clock when people went to give him coffee or something, and he's no more actually. He is found dead. So maybe due to cardiac arrest and whatever it is. At age of 51 and 2 years only he was there as ISRO chairman. So he's visionary. What I want to emphasize here is he was a visionary leader, an institution builder actually. Institution builder. See, when he passed away. Madam Indira Gandhi was the Prime Minister those days, and suddenly there was a vacuum, and Professor Satish Dhawan was the director of Indian Institute of Science in Bangalore, and he was requested to take over as chairman ISRO those days. So he continued for 12 more years as ISRO chairman. He's the longest serving chairman of ISRO, Professor Satish Dhawan. And during his time frame, ASLV and SLV was flown, and PSLV seed was sown. And he stepped down actually. He was given again some more chance to continue. He told no, because he was a magnanimity that he stepped down from that particular post after 12 years. And he was telling that 2 or 3 demands he has put up to continue and to take over as ISRO chairman. Those days it was famous. Many of you may not be knowing that, but I just want to tell here to continuity's sake that he wanted the ISRO headquarters to be in Bangalore only because he doesn't want to go to frequently to Delhi and all. Because he was IAC director, and he wanted to continue as IAC director also. So he doesn't want to leave that particular job because he was liking academics and whatever he was doing. So he was having dual role. He was director IAC also and director chairman ISRO also, both. And as per rule, he is not supposed to draw salary from both the places. So at the same time, he should be having a salary also. Without salary, he can't be accommodated in the list of employees. So he has drawn rupee one only salary from ISRO. and the other main salary is drawn from IAC. And his travel expenditure, whatever is coming only, was given from ISRO. Otherwise, he was not drawing any much. So it's one of the important things that you want to see. When people are telling today, I don't have time for many things, he was holding key post of two particular institutes, which both are excelling today. IAS is also excelling today, and ISRO also is excelling today. Both they could contribute equally well, and no, without change. And he's all both his demands were really granted by Madam Gandhi those days. So that's why our ISRO headquarters continue to be in Bangalore, not in Delhi today also. That is one of the reasons. And he had actually structured the ISRO space program. He started Space Commission, he started Department of Space, he started review mechanisms, industry interfaces and partnership. The most important academic activity sponsored research, it's called, in acronym is called RESPOND. RESPOND project was started during his time in 98, around 40-50 years back. It's a very strong academia relation. Now also ISRO is maintaining through RESPOND programs and projects. So these are the things which he started long back. He still continues to in ISRO, and the ISRO culture, as you call it, what you call, actually has come from a term which is coined and has come from the era of Professor Satish Dhawan. Of course, I joined ISRO during his time frame, and 2 or 3 occasions I could meet him. Before that, he retired actually. Before that, as a young scientist, I could meet him 3 or 4 occasions, and I had a very nice time with him. I'll just tell you the story of my meeting with him, if time permits. Otherwise, on some other occasion. Okay. So measured expansion is we have liquid cryogenic engine propulsion, new centers across the nation, perfect of our course PSLV, IRNS program. This is a kind of a thing, ISRO scenario, and sustained growth. Now I have already talked about that science mission, Chandrayaan, Mangalyaan. We are going to interplanetary missions now, right from not from the rocket and the satellite alone. So Navi constellation also was put, commercializing the launches. More science missions like Venus and all we are taking up, Aditya, all these things we are taking up now, because we are relieved of the burden of launching normal satellite and all. Now slowly we are giving it to industry. The PSLV has been given to HAL and L&T consortium to make it and launch ready. So from the production activities, we are slowly withdrawing, and we are investing our time more on R&D activities. This kind of reforms what we have made. So Sarabhai, he was born in 12th October 1919, up to 71. At the age of 52, he passed away. And 62 to 69, he was chairman of his INCOSPAR around 6-7 years. And 69 to 71 after ISRO formation, 2 years he was chairman. He passed away untimely, as I told you some time back. You can see this is the Indian space program. It's one of his famous quotes. I just want to reiterate here to see that no, you are all inspired by this now also. There are some who question the relevance of space activities in a developing nation like India. To us, there is no ambiguity of purpose. We are convinced that if we are to play a meaningful role in the community of nations, we should be second to none in the application of advanced science and technology, the real problems of man and society at the grassroots level. So this is one of the important vision now also, leading ISRO. This you can see in every center of ISRO, and this is one of the leading vision of ISRO now also. His role was a mission and missionary. I can tell you, vision and he was vision and visionary. The 2-stage American sounding rocket Nikkei Apache was 1960 number 1. It was launched from ISRO, the first rocket to be launched from ISRO. And you can see here as a young Sarabhai, actually he was there in the Institute of Bangalore. Is one of his photos, and you can see his Cambridge UK photos also. 2 photos but down. Just to take you through his story. And after the first launch of Nikkei Apache, that Tumba Equatorial Rocket Launching Station was dedicated to UN. You see the kind of approach what India is having. That time itself is dedicated to UN, and people from outside the countries can come and launch rockets from here for upper atmosphere studies. So we have never been confined science to our own nation. We have submitted, and we have always felt that science is for the humanity and the entire world. The chairman, as a chairman of INCOSPAR, actually, he was dedicating this. This is a function where Madam Gandhi came, and it was dedication was going on in TERS, Tumba Equatorial Rocket Launching Station in Trivandrum. You can see here a luminary among scientists is passing away, left people orphaned and stunned. Of work, was never tired, and they often put 18 to 20 hours of work. Stretch your working hours, he used to always tell his students. You can see Karthikeya Sarabhai, Malliya Sarabhai, 2 of his kids, along with him. How down to earth he is. He just squatting on the floor and explaining to him one of the books in his house in Ahmedabad, actually. See, the people with such a kind of human nature has led ISRO, actually. This is one of the Sarabhai with Rabindranath Tagore 1920. This particular letter is a letter given by Rabindranath Tagore as a you know those days the application was not online. It was not be sent by post, and it has to physically read there, and recommendations were one important thing to take to enroll the students in a particular, especially in the UK and all. So Rabindranath Tagore has given a very good reference and recommendation letter to Sarabhai to join Oxford University, actually those days, Cambridge. So yes, this is given to this letter he has given to those days, and yes, very lavishly recommended him, actually for the studies there. And during Second World War, he could not complete the studies there. He came back and joined IISc under C.V. Raman and continued his studies. Another development perspective is having, should we concentrate on providing the benefits first to the urban communities? See, people always debate on whether we should be developing the urban first and rural areas to be neglected. So progressively go to the rural areas. So such a vast country like India, when it is going to end, actually? The remotest and remote connectivity will come only after so many years, and people will be left behind, far behind development, if that is the approach what we are following. So he had a different perspective, development perspective those days. Should we concentrate on providing the benefits first to urban communities and progressively go to rural areas? It is that we should consciously reach the most difficult and least developed areas of the country first, and then they are in this state. Should we reach them in a hurry? We should reach them in a hurry, he told. That's what the SITE experiment, satellite instructional television experiment. He was the first television experiment to broadcast programs from Delhi and remote areas. It was broadcast, and you are seeing TV now, sitting in your comfort of your drawing room and doing many things. The first TV broadcast was done through a satellite instructional television experiment program way back by Vikram Sarabhai, by putting the satellite on, and Apple, we call it Apple, actually. Area and payload payload experiment, we call it Apple. And through that, we have demonstrated that the remotest places in India can be connected through TV, and we can communicate to them. That was the first important milestone in the development of telecommunication or television communication and television broadcast in India. So that has come from a satellite, actually, and it is demonstrated to see that the funds are given from the those days, we have to demonstrate our strength and the kind of benefits what we are getting to get fund from government. So this is the kind of vision he was having. And you can see here, strong international collaboration he was having. He is one of the person who started many of the institutes. I will say, list I will show you later, actually, and he has recruited many of the people, good people. You can see almost U.R. Rao or Kasturi Rangan, then Abdul Kalam, then Dr. S.C. Gupta, Armamudan, many of the stalwarts of ISRO, who became famous in ISRO in later years through so many of their contributions were recruited. Many of the people who are studying outside, students who are studying outside from ISRO, from India abroad, were brought back to ISRO in India. So, and many of the scientists outside also, he was having connections. He has brought them back here. And C.F. Powell, second from left, was one of his very good friend, actually. He was one of the mentor and his very good friend. So he's an institution builder, you can say. A management consultant or individual must be humble and should not have others' impression, and should not give others the impression that he is all superior to them. An institution builder or a leader should be humble and should not give an impression that he is superior to all of them. He should not have a kind of superiority complex. We should be one among them. That's kind of a message he has used to give. And his quotes are all very down to earth. He is a very democratic technocrat, a social impact and innovative man, hits society like as an avalanche, snowfall, actually. Scientific advances and technological innovations, along with their social, it should come as a leapfrogging. The kind of social advantages, benefits of science should come to the society as a leapfrogging, as an avalanche. It should come, like a landslide should come. It should impact society in a high way, he thought. The implications have suddenly overtaken the pace of human life and produce and if we are left behind, we will be obsolescent. Actually, we will be left behind. But so science and progress should be brought to India, to the common man. You can see these are the important institutions founded by Sarabhai, Physical Research Laboratory in Ahmedabad, the Institute of Management in Ahmedabad. How many of you know that? I don't know. Community Science Center Ahmedabad, Darpan Academy of Performing Arts. He was a very good connoisseur of arts and arts also, and he married Mrinalini Sarabhai actually. His wife is a renowned dancer from Kerala, Mrinalini Sarabhai, and his son is Karthikeya Sarabhai. Is now also is in Ahmedabad running many of his institutions, including Vikram Sarabhai, exhibition, other things. Then Mallika Sarabhai is another renowned dancer, actually following the footsteps of her mother. VSS Vikram Sarabhai Space Center in Thiruvananthapuram, Space Application Center in Ahmedabad, fast breeder test reactor in Kalpakkam. He was in charge after the demise of Baba, Home Jahangir Baba, in a plane accident to Vienna, as I told some time back. He was in charge of atomic energy also for some time, actually. That's why when we started fast breeder test reactor in Kalpakkam, variable energy cyclotron project in Calcutta, Electronic Corporation of India Limited in Hyderabad, in your place, it started by him only. Then Uranium Corporation of India Limited in Bihar. So much he has contributed. Vikram Ambalai Sarabhai was a visionary and institution builder. So his primemost quality was a very visionary leader and an institution builder. He started ISRO. And after his demise, it is Professor Satish Dhawan who stepped into his shoes and shaped ISRO actually to the present form. That's what more important actually. 12 years he studied ISRO to the present form and made a sustainable performing organization actually. Director IAC was from 60 to 81, 19 years. He was 7 years put in service as Director IAC when he took over ISRO chairman in 72 after demise of Vikram Sarabhai. 9 years holding the chair, both the chairman ISRO simultaneously. 12 years he continued as ISRO chairman. So 25th September 1920 he was born, and he passed away recently in 2002, sometime back, around 23 years back. Died at the age of 81 in Bangalore. And I was fortunate enough to actually hold a Professor Satish Dhawan scientist chair in ISRO after the retirement post-retirement for 2 years under his, it was institute on his name actually. So I was honored with that chair. 1 or 2 people will be given that. I was also given one of that. So I'm so happy that I could get something out of his legacy actually. Dhawan was a graduate and called Punjab Engineering College, PEC, now also in Chandigarh. Earlier it was in Punjab, it was in Pakistan. And the Mugapala Technical College in Lahore, Pakistan, undivided India, bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering, master's degree in English and literature. He was actually a veteran, holding many degrees in Master of Arts in Mathematics and Mechanical Engineering, many things actually. In 1947, he completed Master's Science in Aerospace Engineering University of Minnesota and Minneapolis, and Aeronautical Engineering degree from California Institute of Technology. So CIT, actually we are having now also, one of his room where he studied in California Institute of Technology now also has been kept as such, undisturbed, as a kind of honor to him actually. You can, if you visit CIT, you can see where the room in which he worked and he studied there. So that's the kind of importance he received from the outside the country also during his student years itself, or when he worked there in the student years also. ISRO's present structure actually, including the Prime Minister, we are reporting, and Physical Research Laboratory, National Atmospheric Research Laboratory in Tirupati, and NESAC also in Shillong. Semiconductor lab is not now it's not there with ISRO. It has gone back to MEIT, Indian Institute of Science and Technology. So you can see that under Department of Space, some of them are connected directly to Department of Space, some of them are coming directly into ISRO. ISRO is governed by ISRO Council, and in space is the advisory, one single window agency now interfacing with the academia as well as the startups and industry. Space Commission is apex body, policy formulation body. You can see that it's an advisory body too, which is between Prime Minister and Department of Space. And we can see the other ISRO centers like various centers with various portfolios. ESSC, the Prime Center, which is dealing with rockets and projects. Liquid Propulsion System Center is with for cryogenic and liquid propulsion engines and liquid stages. So this is the one space center in Sriharikota is actually named after Professor Satish Dhawan after his demise. It is a prime spaceport of India for all the launch vehicles are launched. Now we are having one more in Kulashegarapatam down south in near Tuticorin that is from SSLV, mainly for SSLV launch, because SSLV's spin stages will fall on not on sea, actually on the landmass if you launch it from Sriharikota. So you'll have to compromise the design objectives a little bit if you want to see that the landmass is saved from the burned masses falling in the inhabited area. So we have to go down south actually to see that there is no landmass coming in between while flight. That's why we are going to gone for SSLV, specifically for SSLV. The other things also can be launched from if you have got a launch pad, strong launch pad from down south in Kulachera, but mainly for SSLV, we are going down south, little more south to see that when you go to see there is no landmass for impacting with the spent stages of SSLV. That's why we are going down south. That's the reason. Now it's coming up in another 2 to 3 years. It will be coming, and that will be you can call that Ola or Uber of India. Actually, on 3 days, if you are able to visit before 3 days, if you are able to come to India and you wanted to see a launch to happen for 500K satellite, it can be provided by any of the service providers there. So any of the we are given mainly the SSLV making to only private industries outside. Now we are not making at all. After 3 developmental flights, we are out industry. The industry will handle it the requirements through NSIL, through New Space India Limited from outside. And if anybody wanted to launch a 500 kg or down or lower satellite to LEO Earth orbit, they can just come down to NSIL. They will. So many of the players will be available in India those days who can launch SSLV from the launch pad from Kulachera. One of that any startup or anybody who is coming forward can come and have the launch campaign and launch it from there and get revenue for India. So it's not a government controlled activity now. It's opened out to private and private public participation. So you can see IASU, IPRC, MCF, STRAC, LEOS, and IRs are they also under ISRO here. The structure we are having. This structure, thanks to process size the one. So you can see Satish Dhawan was a person of systems approach, actually structured the ISRO to the present and the working style and the kind of review mechanisms and the kind of review boards what he created. Still now also continuing. Industries engaged in statewide distribution. How many industries are engaged in is with ISRO district state-wise? You can put in. Even every state is having at least 1 or 2 industries. You see spread all across India in various component making and satellite making. So that's kind of interface what we have created all this. Dr. Kalam under the leadership of Professor Satish Dhawan. Academic interface, as you can see, how many universities are programs what we are was the capacity building program office and space technology incubator centers also we started 6 numbers all across India and space innovation center Professor Satish Dhawan center in Jammu and Kashmir for the upper Mafia studies and ISRO chairs we have initiated many of the universities and center of excellence in many of the materials and recently we have started one extraterrestrial manufacturing center in IIT Madras and there is a Dr. S. Ramakrishnan Research Center of Excellence for Thermal and Fluid Science Research in IIT Madras. Many things we have started with the collaboration with the leading academia industry and so on. So, and one of the link between our Sarabhai and Dhawan was Abdul Kalam. He was recruited by Abdul Kalam. Sorry. just left. No, I could meet him and I could work with him when he was DRDL director. Some of the systems of SLV3 was to be from ISRO those days. So I was part of DRDL Agni ISRO systems. So during in that capacity, I could meet him actually in 1 or 2 occasions. So he is one person, who became the president of India. You all know him. So under his name only, you are now here. So this is the one and Kalam. You can see in 1958 and later he joined 63. He was for 69. Kalam was transferred to ISRO and he was made for PSLV-PD. SLV3-PD. Why SLV3? Anybody has thought of it? With the beginning itself, we called SLV3 because SLV1 and 2 failed in the drawing board itself. It was a failure. So Kalam always thought the third one would always be successful under his philosophy. So he named it SLV3. The milestone in Indian history, the first SLV failed actually. When it failed, Dhawan told, I take the responsibility. And when it was successful, you all heard that Kalam telling during many of his speeches, post his presidentship, when he was traveling across India, he has given many of the speeches. Many speeches, he reiterated that when it came, he allowed him to speak. When the failure, and the one statement, one of the famous statement that we always quote that whenever we have a mishap or whenever we have failure, we always think of this statement: we have fallen now, we are not fallen flat. So that is kind of inspiration what these people gave us during the primitive days, where the things were not so easy those days actually as it is today. So you can see that after one launch, he told if people should not feel it's a fluke. He has somehow flown it. So he has proved it by again 2 more missions, and he left ISRO after 83. Why did he leave ISRO and all? You can see Wings of Fire. You can read it. He has very specifically put. Actually, he has gone as the DRDL director those days. And this is his birthplace house in Rameshwaram. You can see that. And this is a school, Shawart's Higher Secondary School in Ramanathapuram, where he studied during his school days. And this is the St. George's College in Tiruchirappalli, where he completed his 52 to 54, 53 and 54, 3 years physics. So those days in MIT, you can join only after graduation. So after that, he joined ISRO. So after joined MIT, and this is again Tiruchirappalli, one of the rare photos of Kalam, where the Kalam we have put round here actually. So you see, even now during this phase itself, we can see everybody is looking at Kalam. You might have seen this photo many times in your many times in innovation throughout his life. Actually, I tell you now, recalling what I told, institution builder was Sarabhai, structured and to this current form of ISRO was Satish Dhawan, and in between the human link, the human touch, the human management, touching the people's heart and making them work and loving them and making affectionately working them was Kalam. Is the link. These 3 qualities are there in almost all ISRO scientists today. So those who work for ISRO today are in you, because all of the people who are having there in ISRO continue to have these kind of qualities. So you can see one of the another rare photos of Kalam actually with H.G. Reddy, who was first is Sarabhai, then second from left is Kalam, and third is H.G. Reddy, who recruited him. And this is one of the another rare photos of ISRO, and third sitting is Abdul Kalam actually during his SLV3 period time. And you can see this is the launch. After the first launch, he was being congratulated by many people in Sriharikota. And he has gone to Delhi, and he wanted to explain this one. And you see, Professor Satish Dhawan has allowed him to explain fully. full confidence about it. Nowadays, none of the boss will allow you to explain yourself. ISRO, that is the one quality we are having now. We will allow the people to grow to their fullest potential. Subordinates or whatever they call it, or whatever, colleagues more. So, and we believe that your next successor should excel better than you. Then only the organization grows. That should be our motto always. That should be kept in mind. That next person who is succeeding you should be perform better than you. Actually, that should be our motto, and we should always aim for that. So that the country and the organization progress. Then only the progress is made. Otherwise, we are stagnant. This is another picture where Chibi Reddy is there, and Jeep Murthy is there, and our Sarabhai, and listening to, and this listening quality, everybody is in ISRO is having. You can see Dhawan listening to Kalam, Sarabhai listening to Kalam listening to other people, and all this listening is one of the rarest qualities actually. Many people are not having today. Everybody wanted to tell something. When you're telling something, you are only telling what you know. When you're listening, you grab and you learn something more. That's the importance of listening and telling. So we should have this kind of quality also in us. These are the kind of qualities what these people taught us. And you can see Brahm Prakash and Satish Dhawan taking notes when Kalam is talking. See, the bosses are taking notes and making notes of that when he's telling something at a review meeting. Those days, the review meetings were like this, not like conference hall, AC conference hall, and all like this. The blackboard, you are having the blackboard and you're explaining those days. Aryabhata and Aryabhata is in Banyan actually here, the sleeveless one, and they are assembling a payload in Turles. Kalam was there. You can see the atmosphere those days prevailing. It's one of the rarest photos after the SLV3 launch. People are all in smiles and all in happiness. And these were when the SLV3 was successful. Professor Kalam was allowed to talk to the press by the Dhawan, and he kept quiet. When the first failure was happening, it was Professor Dhawan who spoke, keeping Kalam under cover, telling that I take the responsibility. That is the type of leaders we are having in ISRO. Take the responsibility when it comes to kind of giving the applause and benefits you give to so that they feel happy and they grow further. And this is another rare photo we are having in composite heat shield making area. And this is where DRDL has taken over, and you can see Agarwal and Pish was also here, along with those who are in DRDL knows these people, and Kalam also going and meeting after the Agni launch, the then Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi. And after that, he was working as a scientific advisor after his retirement from DRDO and scientific advisor to Raksha Mandri. He was working as the Prime Minister advisor to Prime Minister under Atal Bihari Vajpayee. From there, he retired. And here is one of the rarest photos that SLV3, whatever deliverables to Daisy, how intense he is listening to me. You see, as a youngster, I was feeling so proud actually. And this kind of approach, after that, you all know that Kalam was made. I don't want to get to the story when he became president, but I want only to deal with you as long as he was there in scientific realm as advisor to scientific advisor. After that, he became president, post-president, and he continued as a mentor and a teacher to many of the universities, and he passed eventually long actually. And one of the important thing what I want to tell you is that particular day I was also there in Shillong when he passed away for some other function I was attending. So this is a kind of connection sometimes we have with this kind of people all through life, and they influenced everybody, including me. And we are all born with a divine fire in us, the wings of fire. He always states this one famous quote he is having: our efforts should be to give wings to this fire and fill the world with flow of goodness. Thank you all. Thank you so much, and wish you all the very best. And this is one of the finest tributes we can give to this great son of India. Listening to him and following his footsteps and following his. He is the one person who taught us to dream, and without dream, and your main fuel should be your dream. Actually, we should not be having a dearth of fuel at all. Your dream should fuel you, and that will propel you to higher orbits. Thank you so much, and Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir, for that inspiring session. Your words add value to the young minds, and the whole lecture was completely the recalling moments of ISRO. So it is so much pride to be here. Thank you so much. So now we open the floor for a short Q&A session. If you have any
Yeah.
questions, drop them in the YouTube live chat, and we'll address a few questions right now. I request our guest Dr. P.V. Venkitakrishnan Garu to have few questions from our audience.
Yeah, you can ask me, and as time provides, and whatever I know, I can provide you with the answers.
Okay, sir. Sir, the first question is, what skills should engineering students start developing now to work in the space sector?
Keen observation. It's not for engineering students. For any student, we should be having a keen observation and should change your passion, not to work to join ISRO or anything. If space is your domain, you think you now today is a world. You have a lot of if you don't get in ISRO, a lot of private and startups are there. You can work now. You got more opportunities today, and you should be a keen observer and a listener, and you should be able to learn every day something today from everyone you meet and everything you see and everything you observe. That is one great quality you should be having in life to come up in life. And be patient enough to get a result. You should not be in a hurry to get a result. You should be having patience and observation capacity.
Thank you, sir. Sir, the next question is from Manish from Narasimha Reddy College. His question is that why is space exploration important for countries like India?
We have a vast country, the kind of area what we're having. Brazil is USSR was the first actually, but US after split, Russia has become now after that USA and Brazil and China, and you are the third or fourth largest country which is having vast area, and our population is concentrated more on urban and semi-urban and tier 1 cities more because people come for job there. So, and many of the other people who are still continuing to be in the remote areas are not connected to so far. So today, telemedicine, we can have the kind of medical facilities what is available in Delhi itself is available to a remote place through telemedicine. You can pass on the images and you can pass on the heartbeat, even that stethoscope you can put on the patient's chest, and the doctor on the other end in Delhi can listen to his. He can, as if he is seeing the patient at a remote place in Assam. He can see that patient now. He can talk to the patient. He can see the imageries. He can treat him from there. That's the kind of benefit you are getting in the rural areas. So the ambulance, what we are having with the antenna and all today also, and we have testing, moving mobile hospitals. Anything you can expect, you can imagine anything. So with the connectivity and the signal connectivity, which was actually the mountains and rivers and the oceans were barriers of connecting those days. You have to put a wire across, the kind of you call it trunk call, we call it long back. I don't know how many of you know it. The connection between two points are only through hardware going through the ocean and sea. If it is broken, you can't connect. Just how cumbersome it is and how much maintenance you have to do. Today we are airing through satellite and through mountain, over and above the mountain forest. It is going to the other end. And the WhatsApp you are typing here, you are seeing at the same time on the other end of the planet. So it's the power of satellite actually. The communication has made possible. So today the country is united and they all know what is happening in the country through various methods, through TV and mobile phones and other information technology and all. So communication is one important thing actually, and many of the other facilities what you can think of like drones, drone ambulances, or whatever you can tell with navigation control. The remote drones you can control through navic and navigation and navigational aids, and you can fly it without pilots to remote countries where you can pick up the patients and come to bring them to the hospitals in cities, and also imagination is your limit actually. That's the kind of benefits and comforts brought through space technology. So you can't say today's tomorrow's war will not be on atom bomb or nuclear bomb or anything. It will be just freezing your space assets. Somebody is attacking your space assets and your satellite. Your country will be crippled. You can't have any financial activity, banking, your train, your booking on airport. Everything come to a complete halt and standstill. Country's progress can be halted. That's the importance of space technology and space in our life. So how can you say that in a country like India, space technology is irrelevant? Those days, now you can tell that it's irrelevant, but those days in the 40, 60, 70 years back, the visionary leader, Vikram Sarabhai, thought of it. So you must be thankful to him. Today also we continue to apply space technology and applications for the common man of India, the grassroots level of India, including agriculture, remote sensing, climate prediction, everything. And even bank loan today is given through agriculture prediction. There are softwares available to predict the agriculture, and even bank loans are dispensed. Those days, how can you give bank loan for agriculture? How do you know that yield will be how much and all, how much you will get and on what basis you will get the agriculture loan? Today, scientific methods are available to predict how much it is possible, and there is a structured way the manager can sign the bill and give the loan to him. Otherwise, no, the managers, it is his risk only. He'll be caught. Today, there are methods to the expense. So, how much life has changed with the kind of space technology? These are all some small one or two areas I'm just mentioning. In every area, space is encroached, and life is without life. Space technology is impossible nowadays in India. You must be knowing that. And even I'm talking to you today from Dubai to you only through space technology. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Miss Akshaya and Mr. Munishwar from LBM High School to present a question from our guest. For our guest.
Not audible here. Are they muted or?
I think, sir. So till that time, I request Miss Shivani to present a question.
Good evening, sir. My name is Shivani from Vignan College, and my question is what motivated you to work in the field of space science and exploration?
This question actually is mostly irrelevant to people like us in the old generation. Actually, those days we were breadwinners actually to the family. And when I was studying, my father retired, and I had to go for a work immediately. And I belong to Trichur, a central part of Kerala, and Tumba is in Trivandrum itself, so very near to my house. And manufacturing was my keen interest, and I got rocket manufacturing, my field itself. In ISRO, so I could join at the nearest place available. So today's world is totally different. You can have selection of a field. You can have more people to mentor you, more people to guide you properly and all. So I landed in ISRO just because it was so near to my native place. And once I started working, I continued, and I was so happy and passionately worked. I could grow in the organization. So today's scenario, if you ask this question to someone else, today's answer will be totally different actually, because you can continue your passion, you can choose your job actually, you want what career you want. Those days, these kind of luxuries are not available to all of us, not for me or for many people in that during this generation. Okay.
Thank you, sir. I think our Miss Akshaya and Mr. Munishwar are here. I request you people to present a question.
Yeah, I'm seeing two young, small students. Yeah. You are muted. You are mute and talk. You are mute and talk.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
For giving me opportunity.
Thank you, sir, for giving me opportunity.
Yeah. What is your question?
Tell me questions.
What do you want to know from me?
Nothing, sir.
Nothing.
Munish sir, you? Can you ask a question to sir?
No.
Okay.
Just you are listening, huh? You are listening, huh?
Yeah. You
I
could understand what I talked to you.
I asked some questions. I will ask you, sir.
Okay. Yeah. You could follow, you could understand what I talked to you today.
Sir?
Could
You could understand fully what I talked to you today.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. You all should talk like this, like me, and some stage to other students. You all should be able to talk like this, should be able to contribute, okay? You all should come up.
Okay, sir.
You all should excel better than me. So all of you should have a lot of time, and you've got a lot of better facilities than people like us. There are a lot of people to guide you also properly. People like not me, many people like me in the country. So you should be able to grow and excel much more than all of us when you come to this age, okay? Best wishes.
Okay, definitely.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. There's a next question from Vamshi from VJIT. What were the biggest technologies challenges you faced during the tenure, and how were they overcome?
See, I was in Mark III project actually for some 8 years or so before moving to LPSC as deputy director to make cryogenic engines. So those days, Mark III project was conceived to make a 4-ton class satellite launch vehicle, but we fell short somewhere around 3,940 only, around 60 kgs more has to be somehow added. The inert mass of rocket has to come down 60 kgs, especially in the third stage. I don't know how many of you know that payload sensitivity. 1 kg of payload gained. I'm hearing some other sound. Okay, yeah. So the 1 kg of payload gained in the upper stages, especially in the upper stage, cryogenic stages, will contribute to 1 kg of inert mass saved or rocket mass saved will contribute 1 kg of payload gain. If the bottom stages, if you 1 kg is saved, you can't get 1 kg gain upper stage because it's falling down in the beginning itself. So you get only some 200 grams, 100 grams. This is called payload sensitivity. So 1 kg, if you reduce in cryo stage, you can get 1 kg. So 60 kgs, we have to reduce the upper stage mass. So we have contributed to a special gas bottle. Those days, the cryogenic gas bottles were, helium gas bottles were submerged in the liquid oxygen tank. 8 numbers were there. So liquid hydrogen is much more cooler actually. So same amount of gas can be compressed into a lower temperature liquid hydrogen in 2 gas bottles. So 6 gas bottles we could save. So that way we could save as different alloy we made. That's why I got National Metallurgist Award also for that. And we saved 60 kgs payload in the cryogenic stage, which has gone to directly to enhance the payload to 4-ton class. So today, if you tell our Mark III's 4-ton class, we had contributed the last lap of 60 kgs by designing a separate gas bottle in the upper stage with a different alloy, which is saving around 60 kg mass by reducing gas bottle from numbers to 2 numbers. Okay, it's one of the biggest challenges we made, and we thought of it many times how to do it. We converged onto this, and there's a new alloy. We tested it. We have ground tested. We have taken all kind of testing and everything before flying. It's first time it's flying. Mark III is one of the vehicles. Mark III was the first successful. First itself is successful, and this contribution of 60 kg is one of the challenging things we made, and made it all right first time itself. Yeah, you can ask your question now. Unmute and ask. Okay. Unmute and ask.
Ms. Farzana, unmute yourself and present a question.
No, you are not unmuted. You're still
Unmute
muted.
yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you ask.
Good evening, sir. My name is Hafsa. I am from LBM High School, Shamshabad. I want to ask for you agriculture in Bangalore for details. In details. Sorry.
Bangalore, we don't have much agriculture. No, it's a city. It's an electronic city, Silicon Valley of India. If you go to suburbs of Bangalore, you can see many of the You can see pomegranate farms. You can see grape farms in India. The green grapes, the sweet grapes, seedless grapes you get in Hyderabad and all. So that is from suburbs of India. And you can see the other fruits and other things also coming from the various parts of suburbs of Bangalore. Otherwise, no, Bangalore has got ragi. Ragi is there. No, millets. Millet also is coming from many parts of the suburbs of Bangalore. And Bangalore has got a very good climate, and the rural areas of Bangalore. If you go out of Bangalore, the suburbs and rural areas of Bangalore, a lot of farms are there, including grape farms, grape vineyards are there, and a lot of fruit trees are there, coconut trees are there, arecanut trees are there, paddy fields are there, and millet agriculture is there. And if you go to interior Karnataka, Bangalore is a district, is the headquarters of Karnataka. And if you go to interior Karnataka like Shimoga, Gulbarga and all, and Dharwad and all, you got a lot of other things, including sugarcane. Mandya is good for sugarcane. So all these things you can see from the remote sensing satellite and launch from a top. You can predict the yield, can predict the climatic conditions. You can even predict the yield when it comes to the actual, predict the climate, everything nowadays more precisely. And you can get better yield now using implementing scientific methods.
Thank
Yeah, thank you. Welcome. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for that. There's another question from Vinay from Mahavir Institute. What are the major and minor real-time projects related to this sector, like aeronautical sector?
Major
and minor real-time projects related to aeronautical sector.
You can say real-time means no. There's no real-time projects in space at all. Space projects take time. Absolutely no real-time projects actually. Real-time communication also, there's absolutely no real-time possible in ISRO. Near real-time you can tell maximum. Real-time, even communication between one satellite and ground station takes some minutes. So nothing is real-time in the space activities. So near real-time, and you can say any real-time advancements we are making is in making transponders which are faster and faster, so that we can communicate faster without time delay. With the 40 days was the time, 40 seconds was the time delay with Mangalyaan. If you send a command from here, it will take 40 minutes to reach. So to send a LAM engine firing, you have to calculate fully correctly and send 40 minutes ahead to see that the command is reaching the particular engine and the engine is firing on time. So this kind of lag, we want to see that it is reduced. The real-time command, we wanted to bring it more and more closer, 39 minutes, 38 minutes, 30 minutes and 20 minutes and all. But you can't make it 0 at all, because time, the signal cannot go beyond, travel beyond the light's velocity, the sound signal. So it will be having a lag definitely, but minimizing the lag and making it more real time is a challenge nowadays, in transponders and communicate transponders.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Ms. Mayuri to present a question.
Good evening, sir. I'm Mayuri from Vignan. So my question is, what skills should engineering students start developing now to work in the space sector?
I think I told you in the beginning itself, no, it's not a soft skills what you acquire actually. The hard skills as a character only matters. Soft skill you can acquire anytime. Even after studies, after joining institute, soft skill you can always acquire. But the hard skills are very difficult to imbibe actually, like attention, attitude, your character, your behavior, moving with people, team working, collaborative working, and tolerating with others, how to work in a team actually, patience, and observation capacity. I told these are the kind of characters you must be having as a person. If you ask me, branch of science and all is immaterial today. It's all interdisciplinary. If you ask me anything electronics also, I can answer. Not today, I'm a mechanical engineer. I'm metallurgy. I can answer. I'm answering many of the other questions also today, because we can study at these things at any point of time. Internet is available. If you spend some time, anything can study now. No guru is required actually. Google is your guru nowadays. Okay. So these the ability to learn, understand things, and the kind of attitude to learn things every day. Learning never ends. Learning continues. So the ability to, the willingness to learn from every day and progress further, and understanding things, what is happening around you, keen observation. These are the kind of key characters you must be having as a student, and not as a student, and throughout your life also to excel.
Okay, sir. Thank you for giving clarification, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Mr. Jayan to present a question.
Good evening, sir. This is James from Sri Engineering College. Sir, how to get
Yeah.
internships and job requirements in CBPO and ISRO, sir?
I could not get the question. Can you repeat it?
Sir, how to get internships and job requirements in CBPO ISRO, sir?
No, it's not clear actually. Well, can anybody else has had the question? Can you repeat? Anybody else?
Sir, how to get internships and job requirements in CBPO ISRO, sir?
Internships.
Yes, sir.
Is it internships you're doing? Internships actually not through CBPO. Actually, it is CBPO has made the norms and facilitated you. You have to go through the ISRO centers like VSSC, LPSC, or NRC, wherever you want to. The ISRO centers will put the requirements and the call for internships during 2 times in a year. You can just continuously watch that. You have to apply for that. It is based on marks. You will be cut off marks, particularly on that particular point of time. Who are the applicants? The cut off marks depends upon the kind of applicants who are appearing that particular point of time, and you will be selected. It's a transparent process actually, and you will be called. There's no recommendation, no letter to be given to anybody. Nothing will be looked at. Only your merits, marks, and your one small write-up you have to put in which area you want. That area, the internship will be available at that particular point of time. If it is available and your marks are good, you'll be selected. You'll be informed. If you're not selected, you won't be informed at all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for that interactive Q&A session. Your answers to our young minds' questions are inspiring. The way you answered the school children questions patiently is so much encouraging. Thank you so much for that. As we come to the close of this remarkable session, I invite Miss Siri to present vote of thanks.
Thank you, Deepshika. Good evening, everyone. I'm Siri, B.Tech graduated Aeronautical Engineering. On behalf of KIYE Foundation, along with the entire organizing team of Aryabhata Space Utsav Lecture Series 9, I extended my heartfelt gratitude to our Dr. Venkitakrishnan sir, Director of CBPO ISRO, for delivering such an inspiring session on Vikram Sarabhai to Kalam's unique management and space technologies. Sir, your words have truly ignited a scientific curiosity among our students and encouraged many of dreamers in the field of space technologies. A special thanks to Dr. G. Satish Reddy sir, former chairman of DRDO. Dr. V. Narayanan sir is the chairman of ISRO, and Dr. Prakash Chauhan sir is the director of NRS ISRO. For their constant guidance and mentorship is continues to inspire the KIYE Foundation and Aryabhata Space Utsav Lecture Series. This session is a powerful reminder that space is next destination and we must be explored together. Before I conclude, I warmly invite everyone to stay connected with us for upcoming invites. Join our WhatsApp channel, subscribe our YouTube channel, follow us on Instagram, and visit our official website for a future update. Let us mark your calendar. Our next Aryabhata session will be held on 17th January 2026. We looking forward. Your active participation will be once again. Let us carry the legacy of Aryabhatta and Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam by nurturing a scientific temper in building a knowledge in driven future. Thank you once again. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Siri, for the wonderful words of gratitude. I would like to end this session by extending heartfelt thanks to Dr. G. Satish Reddy sir for mentoring KIYE, followed by sincere gratitude to ISRO Chairman Sri V. Narayanan sir, and to NRSA Chairman Dr. Prakash Chauhan sir for constant support and guidance. We are truly honored by their encouragement towards the Aryabhatta Swarna Jayanti celebrations organized by KIYE to commemorate 50 years of India's first satellite Aryabhatta and to inspire young minds in the field of space research. As we conclude today's event, I would like to share exciting news. National Science Day 2026 is just around the corner, and we are thrilled to announce Vignan Vaibhav 2026 on 27th and 28th February of 2026 at Gachibowli Indoor Stadium, Hyderabad. Get ready for an incredible space convention with school students and a fantastic project expo showcasing innovative ideas. Mark your calendars and join us for the spectacular celebrations of science. See you there. Thank you. And I also thank everyone who joined us. Thank you for being part of Lecture 9 of Aryabhata Space Utsav. Let's continue this exciting journey together as we explore new things in science and space. And I request everyone to subscribe our YouTube channel KIYE Foundation for future sessions and also join our official WhatsApp channel for the updates and announcements. Links are provided in the description. Let's stay connected, stay curious, and keep reaching for the stars because truly, we strongly believe that space is the next destination. Let's explore it. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. Thank you. Jai Hind.